Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I get the question a lot is, I love your cards, but I work in centimetres. Could you give us the conversion? And do you know, I am not a centimetre girl at all, but I don't think it's fair for me to just do cards in inches and expect you to work it out. So I'm going to try my best from now on. I've just done myself a chart actually, from 8 inches, from an eighth of an inch all the way up to 8.5. And the principle is, believe it or not, for every 1/8 of an inch is 0.3 centimetres. So I've literally done all the way up to an inch, and then I've jumped. I've gone to 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. So, but I know I can work out in between those now by adding 3 centimetres. And a lady asked about the album style card that I did. She loved the idea of it, but it was all in inches, and I'm holding up the pad saying there's the inches. And for someone who works in centimetres, probably is very confusing. So I've done the chart. I'm going to take a photograph of this as well and put it on the blog. And fingers crossed I'll link that back to the video. So when you're watching the video, if you click the link that will be in the description bar, it will take you straight to the blog post for these measurements. And yes, so I'm going to keep this on my desk, not on it, but close by. So when I do all these workings out, I'm going to write them down in centimetres as well. So these are the measurements for this, and I've done the score marks as well. So the thick Whisper White I used, well, the thick white cardstock I used is one at 15 centimetres by 17.2, score the long side at 6.6. Another one then at 13.3 centimetres by 15.6 centimetres, score the long side at 9.2 centimetres. And one at 7 by 8 centimetres, score the long side at 1 centimetre. The layers then are one at 9.8 by 14.3, 2 at 5 centimetres by 14.3, 2 at 6.3 by times 12 by 7.7, 1 at 8 by 12.7, and 2 at 6.3 by 6.3. For the DSP, it's 1 at 9.2 by 13.6, and 2 at 5.3 by 13.6, and 2 at 5.6 by 12, and 2 at 5.6 by 5.6. And that's the DSP. And for the Whisper White, it's 6 centimetres by 8.6, and 1 at 7.3 centimetres by 12. And I think this was for the lady called, oh, let me have a look, Card Stash. I don't know your real name, sweetness, but I have gone and done all those measurements for you, from inches to centimetres as well. So if you want to take a pic, pause the video and take a photo, or pause it and write down all your measurements, my darling. I have done them for you. How's that? So, oh, I'm hiding those numbers. There you go. So you can pause that and write those down. That's my album card. So from now on, I will write the measurements down in inches and centimetres as best I can. I do like to please as many people as possible. So if I can do it for people who like it in inches and people who like it in centimetres, then I'm doing myself a good turn by, you know, giving to more people. So if I can give to more people, then so be it. So I'm going to toodle off in a minute, and I'm going to start a card. And now I've got my inches and my converter, I know I can carry on. I just have to look at the back of here, use my ruler, and I can go all the way up to 12 inches. These go all the way up to 16, which is 40 centimetres. And I know some people like 20 point, or where is it now? Like the 17.8, they'll round it off. So you're not actually getting true sizes. So if I'm doing the 0.3 and the 0.2 and the 0.1, you're going to get the true measurements. So I am not going to skip on those neither, because what's that one? 1 1/4. If I look, put this on at 1 1/4. 1 1/4. It's 3.1. It's not 3. because if it was, it's 3.2 actually. So nearest, damn it, I put 3. It's actually 3.2, but I'm not going to start adjusting. But for every 1/8 of an inch is 0.3 centimetres. So 1/8 is, yeah, it's in between the 3 and the 4 actually. So there are discrepancies because every now and then it'll jump, like that's 6 centimetres, you know, and then 6, 6, 9, and it always works out that little bit extra. Like for 1 inch is 2.5, 2 inches is 5 centimetres, but 3 inches is 7.6. It's not 7.5. So you were getting the true measurements. And 4 inches is 10.1, believe it or not. I'll show you here. I line that right up. 4 inches is 10.1, not 10. And then 4 3/4 is 12. Where is it? Yeah, just on the 12. So yeah, there are discrepancies as well. So because there's the centimetre difference, it's probably 0.3.5. But you know, we're not going into that smaller detail. But I've done it. This chart will take you all the way up to 8.5, which is the American sizes. So you can quickly look at 8.5 by 5.5, so it's 14, but by 21.6. And I don't know why people round it off to 21.5 when it's over a slightly little bit. But I'll take a photo of this and put it on the blog. I hope that lady, I wish you'd leave me a comment, my darling. Say thank you and tell me what your name is. I can't call you Card Stash all the time. I'd like to call you by your proper name. But those are those measurements again for the album style fun fold card that you really, really wanted the measurements for, my darling. So there we go. I've done that. There's my chart. I'll be taking a photograph of that because I don't have my grid paper on anymore unless I'm using it for scraps. So I just rely on my ruler now. So, and this is all in inches. So the reason I got the paper out was to check that I was getting the measurements right for you all. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a little bit more insight as to inches into centimetres. I just thought I would show you how it's done. But there we have it. I hope you enjoyed. I know it wasn't very long, but it's just a little bit of more information for you all. So till next time, bye.